Video is about how to customize your Finder window. Of course, your Finder is your file management app down here. So let's tap that. So here I am in Documents. This is a new computer, so I haven't actually accrued many documents here. But I'm going to show you how to customize the view because you've got a lot of different ways to store files and to share files. So why don't we go to Preferences. And I say Preferences. Let's go to where it says Finder. We're going to tap on Finder up here since that's the app that's running. And then we're going to select Preferences for that Finder app. Now you'll notice there are some check marks next to areas on my computer where I have quick access in what's called my sidebar right here in the Finder window. So what if I want my documents to show down here where it says favorites, because it's not actually showing in favorites, is it? You don't see documents there. It's showing in my iCloud. Well, I would tap on this and you'll notice that not only is documents appearing in my iCloud, but it's now appearing in my favorites. I'm going to uncheck that. There you go. Now, what if I want to check where it says my name? I'll do that, and notice now it shows my name. Let's maximize this a little bit. So, by the way, I'm going to move this bar and make it a little wider. Perfect. Now, this is not much use to me because, after all, I already know that my home folder has basically everything in it. It has all these other compartments for files in it. So I don't really see the point of keeping this in my my sidebar. So I'm just going to uncheck that. I have to left tap on this window to make it live, and then I'm going to uncheck that, and then it disappears. So you can customize this all you want to. Now remember, just because I uncheck this doesn't mean that that item doesn't exist anymore or that it was deleted. That's not the case at all. It just means it's not showing in my sidebar because I don't want to have a cluttered sidebar. But if you ever need access to any of these, you have them there. You just go to Finder and then Preferences, and then here's your window. So there's another way that you can customize your window. You can change, I want to maximize this a little bit. You can change the location or the position of these. So what if I want downloads up here? I can just drag and drop. So I left click on it and then immediately drag it to where I want it to be. Just like that. Cool. So another thing I want to show you is up here where it says View. You've got an icon option here. You can show your files in a list view. You can show them in a columns view. And this is a new computer, so I haven't actually loaded this up with files yet. But notice how many options I have. Now, all of these are labeled, right? But they don't have to be. If you want it to look a little cleaner, well, here's what you do. You right-click anywhere in this bar. And right now I'm showing the icon. In other words, the symbol for certain actions. And I'm showing text. In other words, what does this symbol mean? It means group. Well, that's really helpful, especially if you're new to using a Mac. What if I don't need those words to be there? I'm going to select icon only. See that? Now, for somebody that's a Mac user, that's been a Mac user for a long time, this is just fine. But for somebody that's maybe new to using a Mac, it might be helpful if you have the words there. And then you'll memorize over time what each of these symbols mean. So I'd recommend right-clicking on the bar, select icon and text, and there you go. Delete. How come this is grayed out? It's not an option, is it? That's because I haven't highlighted a file. So how about I left-click on this file? Oh, look at that. Delete option is now available since I've specified what file I want to perform an action on. What if I want to create a new folder? There you go. I've got a new folder. Don't really need it, so I'm going to move that to trash. If you want information about a file, let's highlight this, click Info, and you've got all kinds of info about it. So all of these features are really helpful. If you notice path, path just means where's this file located? Oh yeah, it's in my documents. It's in the home folder with my name on it as opposed to another secondary user's name. And so obviously it's on my hard drive as opposed to being in iCloud. So this path at the bottom is really helpful for showing you or orienting you as to where a file or a group of files is. There's another way to customize even further. If we right click on the bar again, you can customize your toolbar. So here are basically all my favorites, and these are most of these are located up here on my bar, but maybe there's one that I don't really need to have up here on the bar. Maybe having a new folder is not something I use, or maybe I don't generate a new folder by tapping this very often. So how about I just drag it down here. Notice it has disappeared from my favorites, my favorite actions up here. Maybe I don't need connect, so I'll drag this down here. So I'm just dragging. So by dragging it off of my favorites bar, I'm in no way deleting that function. It's just that it's not appearing on that bar. I can certainly add. That's not a problem. So how about I take the new folder feature and add it back to my bar? Well, there you go. So this is pretty cool. You've got a search feature here, by the way, if you want to search for a certain file, which I don't have enough files to really justify having to do that. So that's how you basically customize your Finder window, and I hope that was really helpful to you.